I went to like Southern California, and so I toured USC, UCLA, SDSU, and Chapman University.
Yeah,
So,
we did look at all those schools and,
Yeah.
and it just varies, it used to be, there was an iron curtain between Nevada and California, and our top brightest, like our student who had a perfect SAT score, could not get into some of the UCs, she couldn't get into Stanford, that's definitely, because you have to be a legacy to get into Stanford, and you have to have or a donor, so which one did you like?
I think I like Chapman the most, but USC and UCLA are
Chapman
also up there.
gets high reviews from professional college counselors,
Yeah.
for sure. And what's the second one?
I guess USC. Just
And we've sent many students there,
mhm.
and they've gotten lots of money.
Yeah.
And they, depends on your financial system, that your family has, and they've done really well there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've done really well. They fit in well there because it's a bit smaller school,
Yeah.
and it's
And those
it's a private school too, and one can get more money from private school. So
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
The weather's
definitely-
good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, tell us about you.
All right. Well, yeah. Welcome to the Thrive Labs podcast.
Go.
Thanks. So how are you two doing today?
Good, thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Welcome. So I just wrote down a couple questions here. I guess I'll just start with, what is your favorite type of music?
That is so hard for me because I'm like eclectic. I don't like to narrow in on one type, but I will say that the last car trip I took, I mostly listened to a cappella harmony music. It's like become my go-to recently because I just love harmony.
Yeah, me too. It's great.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, and I'm classical. Classical day or night, but I love musicals for sure.
That's my second favorite thing.
And I like a lot of music, but classical would be mine. Is my go-to. Yeah, for sure.
And do either of you have a favorite artist?
Pentatonics. I've been to the only concert I've been to in the last 15 years is the Pentatonics concert.
Oh,
And how did you like them?
They're just amazing.
Yeah.
To me, they don't have any faults, and they have just stellar musicians. I think that's what I love the way that they can. Because I used to sing a cappella
Oh, really?
from high school, college, business school. After I started groups wherever I went, and it's really hard. A cappella is super hard, and when those kinds of talented people get together and just whiz and make the original song better than better than the original song.
Yeah.
Do you follow them?
I understand that. Yeah. I know what Pentatonics is. I've heard it.
Yeah, you should listen to some of their their harmonies. And artists? Any artists?
Well, I tend to not know who the artists are, but I do classical Tahoe, and that's one of the hardest things, which was when the pandemic was here, was to not be able to see live performances. And then probably, for me, my second genre would be Christian music, so Jeremy Camp and any of those Hillsong kind of things. So, I'm way older than anybody here, so
Well,
I don't go down that the musical way as much as it's so important to young people, for sure.
The musical rabbit hole is deep.
It is deep.
it is deep, and you know what I've discovered? Getting a new car that has a better sound system.
Oh.
I look forward to getting into my car.
Oh yeah. I play music every time I drive.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you get to the point where you think it's distracting though? Like it's too loud or too consuming that you
I mean, sometimes I'm like, oh, this is great.
No, I'm thinking, this is perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, I guess that was just the biggest question. So thank you guys for coming on to the podcast. So.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Well, you had also asked the other question about your favorite podcast.
Oh yeah.
We were gonna
Mhm.
ask that one, and that was tough because
It is tough.
I've sort of haven't jumped into the podcast world because it's so consuming. It's so time consuming. You have to be doing something else,
Yeah.
right? And I haven't found that other thing to be doing.
Not enough dishwashing,
Yeah.
wall scrubbing.
And if I'm in the car, I want to listen to music rather than
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to throw the question back on you because, well, like Clubhouse. Do you know about Clubhouse?
I don't. I actually haven't listened to much podcasts. I just do the podcast.
You do it rather than listen to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I appreciate that. Now, can I throw a question back at you, Xander?
Yeah, of course.
When you think about what the value of a podcast is to you or students, because I was kind of guessing when I was filling some of that stuff out on your behalf and wanted to get back with you is, what value do you see the podcast process in to yourself, to other kids, type of thing?
You mean like when I bring people in here and we can all talk with each other,
Yes.
like what's good about that?
Yeah.
I guess there's a couple things that really jump out at me. So first one is sense of community. You're talking with people that are like-minded and they're really interesting, because then you go down these deeper conversations, and I mean it can get really good. I mean it's something that doesn't really happen off of the microphone for some reason. I don't know. People just aren't used to sitting down and just talking for a while.
That is so important. That is so important, and I think it's also why, like, the idea of giving presentations on your work is so valuable, because you voice it, you express it, and it's out there now. And now something has to happen with it, and you can build on it. You can. But I love that you said that, because there's a certain probably flow moment.
Yeah,
where
definitely.
you get to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Happens almost every time. I mean, you get like 20 minutes in, and then you just find one really good topic, and you could be going down it for like 15 minutes, and then it's great.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, yay!